Alright you guys, so let's look at what we're doing yesterday. Left it at this, I let it dry overnight. The paper has buckled, it's folding. These will be your best friend if you're painting on paper. I just clipped the one we're working on to this piece back here. But over here in the corner, this is still sticking up. So I actually clipped it to pages behind it. We did our buff titanium, we did our ink, we did our lines. And I want to build thicker patches of paint. So that the next layer, which will be another layer of ink, will start forming that wall I talked about in my last short. Creating these dark lines, okay? They give it kind of a landscapey look. We have our cheap brush. We have our parchment. We're going to use parchment and titanium white for this. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. I'm not using a palette. I'm not using a plate. I'm going to start right here. And I want a lighter color, a lighter value than what I've already got on here. I'm going to start right here. Just do some titanium white in here. I'm not trying to cover everything, okay? This is how I get my texture, okay? I build it up with paint. And some of it I want to remain transparent and thin, and some spots I want it to be thick. I'm already thinking about where's my focal going to be. And I think I'm going to put the focal, or try to stick with the plan of the focal being either here, here, or here. And basically I'm running off the rules of third. If you haven't heard about the rules of third, let me explain super quick. If I divide this piece of paper into thirds, you have cross sections where the lines cross. And that's the best place to put your focal elements, okay? Your focal points. So here, I would say about up in there. And no, I'm not doing any measuring, okay? I just dipped into my titanium white again. Drag some across here because I love the way parchment looks. Neutral color. I love it. Parchment is my favorite. Probably my favorite basics, if you want to call it a color. And I try to keep this fast. Do this fast. I don't want to overthink anything. I don't want to get caught up in anything. Now, let's look at what we got. So, we have some super thick paint here. Here, and up in here. Now, I don't want this whole thing to be this thick, just this area. So what I want to do is I'm going to come back around this area here. So I'm heading toward this focal area, so I'm going to pull some of this paint off, okay? I have to improvise, so I'm going to use paper, okay? Since the paint's still wet, this shouldn't be hard to do at all. And I'm using one hand, so here we go. Drag it through you. I'm going to leave the thin spot and a thick spot, okay? I actually like this. I've never used paper. I'm liking the marks it's leaving, you guys. I like that. Let's see how this looks. Okay. See the difference in this spot and that spot? When I start pouring ink again, you're really going to be able to tell when it starts pooling up around this thick paint. That's what I want. Sorry, you guys. I got one hand. I'm trying to get this before it dries. Another clean piece of paper. It's not clean. It's old scrap piece of paper. And I'm leaving this thick patch right here. This is my thick spot. Alright, now we just need to let this dry, okay? And then we're going to come back in with the ink.